Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Whatever side of the diaspora that you on, welcome to the Mental House. I'm your host, Khadijah. I got I'm gonna try to contain myself because I keep cracking up, okay? And I don't want to do that throughout this little vlog. And so I hope that I can keep it together. Now, what I want to do is a follow up to. Y'all remember I did last week? We talked about or making a murderer and the Stephen Avery and Manitowoc and that all that stuff. So what I want to share with you, first of all, is Dassey's attorney, that Leonard Kaczynski, or Chazinski, whatever his name, Len Chazinski, the one that was Brendan Dassey's attorney, the one, the little pervert, that was actually representing the young man, but he was actually selling him up the river to the prosecution. I mean, how perverted can you be, right? So, I like to read this. I was going through the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel today, and there's an article. I don't even want to read the article with cats because y'all already know the little fat pudgy one. What happened with him? He was sexting, and so he's someone way up in Superior, way up north, up there by the damn Canadian border, Minnesota and stuff, higher up. Anyway, Leonard Chazinski, the Appleton attorney who represented Brendan Dassey for 6 months, had this to say when they did the follow-up interview with him on the making of a murderer. So I'm going to read from the article real quickly, okay? The world, or at least millions of people who watch Making a Murderer, hates Leonard Kaczynski. In the hit Netflix series about Stephen Avery's sensational, okay, that's racist. Whew. Okay, in the hit Netflix series about Stephen Avery's sensational 2005 Wisconsin murder case, Kaczynski's representation of Avery's nephew, Brendan Dassey, comes off as one of the bigger incompetencies of injustice in the story has spun, and it has spun it as a massive conspiracy to frame Avery. But Kaczynski, or Chazinski, whichever one, however it's pronounced, doesn't care much. The semi-retired Appleton lawyer and Army veteran is battling leukemia and doesn't seem to want to expend what time and energy he has left responding to his now many critics. I was considering the possibility of suing Netflix for false light and slander, he said. Please calm down. But those suits tend to eat up time and put money in lawyers' pockets. Kaczynski said he hasn't watched a 10-part documentary and doubts he will. Given the comments people are going off the handle, blaming me for Dassey being in prison, for ruining his life, he said. I may have subjected him to a rough private investigator and some low-level emotional stress, but no more. What a fucking arrogant pompous. Okay, calm down. He says he may have just subjected this guy to some low-level emotional stress. Oh my God, okay. But no more now. And this boy is sitting in prison. Well, he's a man now. Okay, anyway. Like all of the players in the show, he said he's been inundated with phone calls since the series was released December 18th. He says he mostly ignores any calls from numbers outside of Wisconsin, knowing that the calls probably just want to rip into him again. He also ignores about a dozen Facebook friend requests a day for the same reason, though he does see a few mentions of him on Twitter that friends email to him. They are all horrific. He does concede to making errors in the case and accepted professional sanctions that resulted. He disputes, though, that in the end, those missteps had much to do with the impact or the outcome for Dassey or Avery. Okay, now I'm gonna skip the next little because y'all, it just goes into whoever Teresa Hallback, little Teresa, she was of course the photographer. Anyway, it goes back into Chazinski says that as soon as Dassey talked to police, he began to get pressure from his family not to testify against Avery. Chazinski said he tried to get Dassey's confession suppressed, but the judge ruled it admissible. What happened next is what put Chazinski in viewers' crosshairs. Chazinski thought the best option for Dassey was to cooperate and perhaps be spared a life sentence. His private investigator, Michael O'Kelly, visited Dassey in jail. You guys remember him? The horrible man that made that guy draw those pictures. He visited him in jail on a Friday night and got him again to confess to the gruesome details that he had first told police in March and videotaped the session. The very next day, police again interviewed Dassey, who again admitted to his role in Hallback's death. Kaczynski wasn't present at either session. He said that he had a mandatory training with the Army Reserve out of town that weekend. And in retrospect, he says he wished he would have went. Allowing the interviews was a mistake, as was hiring O'Kelly, who now he describes as a loose cannon. Oh, now he's a loose cannon. And actually, the guy was really a loose cannon all the time. He was on the witness stand crying, acting as if he would. Every time I see that ribbon, I just get so sad. Even the judge was like, "You fucking, what is you idiot? You think I believe these freaking tears?" Okay. Anyway, it's horrible. Okay. I could go on more and more, but I can't because it's too crazy. But he says, I'll just sum it up to say, he hardly wants to go outside since the making a movie because everybody recognizes him. They recognize him when they run him back in the house. Okay, now. That's enough, you guys. Secondly, Manitowoc, Wisconsin. In the tourist office here, where workers are accustomed to cheery inquiries about Manitowoc's best jogging paths and the beach views, the questions have suddenly turned dark. Questions like, how could you possibly promote tourism in such a corrupt town? And why would anybody want to visit that little sick place? Fury by telephone, email, and social media has flooded the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department, the Manitowoc City Police Department, Manitowoc City Hall, and pretty much anything with the name Manitowoc attached to it. You know what? I can't go on. But I just want to say this. You know, what a man soweth, that shall he also reap. You know, all I can say is this. For whatever dirt y'all did to Stephen Avery and Dassey, and you thought that it was over, and you thought that this was just done with, now that you got him back in jail, it is coming back to haunt you even 1,000-fold. This shit is even going all the way up to the president. So All I'm saying is I can't even read no more of the article because I can't stop laughing, and I don't want to do that. I didn't mean to do this. I probably should have waited till I calmed down, but I can't because each time I read a line, it gets more and more funnier to me. That's my sick sense of humor. I just want you guys to know that Manitowoc is not getting any rest at all since that release of that documentary. And you know what I want to say? Good riddance. Because if they did what it looks like they did to Stephen Avery, they deserve every bit of it. Okay? Alright. If you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. And I'm going to see you guys next time on The Mental House. And maybe next time I can pull myself together. Alright. See y'all later.